Hello students, so we are doing the lesson our environment. Okay, so far we have covered various topics. Okay, that is we have covered the trophic levels, energy transfer, okay, food chain, food web. Today we are going to discuss some more topics in this video. Okay, so first we are going to discuss about the biomagnification, okay, or biological magnification. So what is biological magnification? So the accumulation of harmful substance, okay, or chemical substances in the food chain is called the biomagnification. Okay, so here you can see people use DDT, okay, and number of other pesticides to kill the pest or the insects. Now these pesticide or insects, it get accumulated in the food, or it get accumulated in the soil, and the plants, they absorb the soil, and through soil the chemical enter the plants. Now this plant and plant products, they are eaten by animals. Okay, that is, it goes to herbivores, then carnivores, and the food chain is formed. So the transfer of the chemical take place, okay, from one trophic label to another trophic label. Okay, so accumulation of harmful chemicals, okay, and pesticides, okay, in the living organisms, okay, either it's in plants or animals or human being, okay, knowingly or unknowingly in the food chain, okay, that is known as the biomagnification, or that is also known as the bioconcentration. Okay, and this can lead to the various disorders in the human beings. So in this diagram you can see that when the pollutants, they reach the water, okay, for example the pesticides, they are washed away in the rainwater and they are carried to the water bodies. From water bodies, the water is consumed by the phytoplanktons, that is the small plants that are present in the water. Okay, and then these plants, they are eaten by the zooplanktons, that is smaller animals present in the plant. Then this zooplanktons, they are eaten by the small fish. Okay, now small fish, they are eaten by the larger fish. Okay, and in this way the amount of the pollutant, it increases, okay, from one trophic level to another trophic level. And the reason is the consumer, they repeatedly feed on the producers. Okay, so on their prey, they keep on feeding continuously, and due to continuous feeding on the producer or the previous trophic label, okay, the accumulation increases. Okay, and this process is known as the biomagnification. Now let's discuss some environmental problems. So one of them is depletion of the ozone layer. Okay, so what is ozone? Ozone basically is O3, a gas. Okay, and it is harmful gas that is present in our environment. Okay, we know that oxygen is O2. Okay, and oxygen molecule, it has two atoms of the oxygen, but ozone, it has three oxygen, and it is a poisonous gas if it is present in the lower level or lower strata of the atmosphere of the earth. Okay, but it is present in the stratosphere. Okay, and the formation of ozone take place in the stratosphere in presence of ultraviolet radiation. Okay, so oxygen in presence of ultraviolet radiation, it break into the elemental oxygens. Okay, and then this elemental oxygen, it combined with the molecular oxygen, okay, and forms the ozone molecule. Okay, and this ozone is responsible for absorbing the harmful ultraviolet radiation that comes from the solar radiation. Okay, from the sun. Okay, along with the sun rays, harmful radiation also comes, and that particular harmful radiation is absorbed by the ozone layer. Okay, but nowadays, due to use of the chemicals, okay, and chemical compound like the CFCs, that is chlorofluorocarbon, okay, and the use of chlorofluorocarbon has lead to the depletion of the ozone layer, that is the thinning of ozone layer is taking place, okay. So what happens during the ozone layer depletion is that the ozone, okay, in case of chlorofluorocarbon CFC, there is chlorine or chloride group is there, okay. Chlorine, it is not utilized, okay, it act as a catalyst, okay. So what happens, this catalyst, it remain in the atmosphere and the in stratosphere, and it react with the ozone, and it lead to production of the molecular oxygen and elemental oxygen, okay. And this process, the activity of catalytic activity of chloride ion is very fast, so the rate of depletion is very fast as compared to the formation of the ozone, okay. That's why thinning of the ozone layer or the depletion of ozone layer is taking place, okay. So in diagram you can see the satellite picture, okay, which is showing the hole in the ozone layer over the Antarctica, okay. The blue area in the picture is the hole, okay, in the ozone layer, okay. And this leads to a harmful effect on the earth atmosphere, that is the harmful radiation from the sun reach the earth's surface directly, and due to this so many disorders arise: skin cancer, cataract, okay, snow blindness, like this disorders are arising because of the ultraviolet radiation that comes from the solar energy, okay, solar radiation that reach the earth directly in absence of ozone layer, okay. Now what precaution can be taken, okay, if the ultraviolet radiation has started reaching the earth's surface, what we can do is we must use umbrella, okay. Sunglasses should be used for protecting our eyes from the radiation, okay. And anti-radiation, okay, ointments can also be applied, okay. So this is about the ozone layer depletion. Now let's discuss about the greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect, okay. So greenhouse effect basically is an effect, okay, in which the heat energy is trapped, okay. The heat energy is trapped inside, okay, and it is not allowed to go outside. So what is happening in this diagram, you can see that the carbon dioxide, okay, and methane, okay, and water vapor that is present in our environment, they help in absorbing the solar radiation, okay. You see that solar radiation is coming on the earth, and the radiation after some time it get radiated back, okay. It is the excess of heat is sent outside the atmosphere, okay, and through the gases the radiation it start coming out of the atmosphere of the earth. Some amount of energy is absorbed, but now as the concentration of carbon dioxide, okay, it is increasing day by day, and methane and other gases they are increasing, okay. So greenhouse gases are increasing. Due to that, what is happening, the solar radiation that comes to the environment, okay, that is trapped, okay. Now these gases they have started acting as a sheet, okay, and which prevent the loss of the heat from the environment. Due to this, the radiation which have entered the earth's surface, it is reflected, re-radiated, again radiated, okay, again re-radiated, and it is retained in the environment of the earth, and due to this there is increase in the temperature of the earth. Now this effect of trapping the solar energy within the environment of the earth, that is called the greenhouse effect. Okay, I can give you some more examples of greenhouse. You might have seen the greenhouses where vegetables are grown. Why? Because the sheets of the plastic covering are used, and there the temperature is regulated, okay, artificially, not naturally. Similarly, during winter we wear clothes, okay. So when we wear clothes, that is also an example of the greenhouse, okay. Why we are wearing clothes? Because our body radiate energy, and in order to trap the energy, heat energy that is given out from our body, that is trapped inside, okay, that is kept inside, so that the body temperature can be maintained, okay. So this is what greenhouse effect is. Uh, now what are the consequences of the greenhouse effect? Now greenhouse effect is leading to the melting of the polar ice, okay. That means when the melting of the ice will take place, then what will happen? The rise in the level of the water, okay, sea level will rise, and the drowning of the places, okay. The terrestrial land will undergo the drowning, or flood condition can arise because of the global warming, okay. So greenhouse effect is leading to the global warming, that is increase in the temperature of the earth, okay. And when the melting of the ice in the polar area will take place, the animal which are surviving in the polar area, they have to suffer from the extinction of their habitat. That means they will not have their habitat for the survival. Where they will survive? There they will not have their place to live. Now, dear children, let's discuss about the effect of pollutants on the environment. So, pollutants they have a different role on the environment. Okay, differently they affect on the environment. So, we have number of pollutants that are present in our environment. Okay, either gases pollutant or the solid pollutants. Okay, in different ways they affect the environment. Okay, so you might have seen due to the human activity, okay, due to human activities, number of effects are there, okay. So one of them is the human being, they have led to the global warming, okay, global warming, greenhouse effect, ozone layer depletion, okay. And they also have lead to the deforestation, okay, and many more, the creation of the desert. These all are because of the effect of the pollutants, or the effect of human activities on the environment, okay. In diagram you can see, okay, due to pollution, air pollution, the acid rains are there, okay, acid rain take place, okay, due to pollution, okay. Due to pollution, the people, okay, they get the contaminated water, because people, they dump the waste in such a way that the water bodies, they get contaminated, and people suffer from number of diseases, okay. And if you see the soil pollution, soil is also getting polluted because of the non biodegradable waste that are dumped on the soil, or that is dumped inside the soil, or that is received by the soil in the form of the pesticides or insecticides, which are non biodegradable in nature, okay. Now dear children, how to manage the garbage we produce, okay. What are the various ways of managing the garbage that we are producing? So garbage can be managed, okay. Garbage, what is garbage? Basically, okay, the waste or the unwanted material that is produced in our houses, okay, that is called the waste, okay, or the unwanted material, okay, that we threw outside, that is the waste, okay. So the waste can be disposed in various ways, okay. Previously we used to have two dustbins, okay, green and blue. Green for biodegradable waste and blue for the non-biodegradable waste. Similarly, nowadays we are adding one more dustbin, okay, where the surgical the metals, okay, or we can say the waste, medical biomedical waste, okay, they are kept separately, okay. So the vegetable waste, okay, or the waste which can be decomposed, they are kept in separate dustbins, okay. And the non biodegradable waste, that means which cannot be decomposed, like plastic, okay, or metal waste, these can be kept in another dustbin, okay. So disposal of the waste uh, uh, means we have to overcome the waste, okay, or the ways to overcome the waste, okay. Disposal of the waste should be done in scientific way so that we can get the output from the waste also, okay. So some of the important mode of waste disposal that we are going to discuss is recycling. You might have heard about 3 R's: recycling, reducing, and reusing, okay. So here we are having some more. Recycling is there, preparation of the compost is there, incineration, landfills, sewage treatment, okay. So recycling basing, okay. Recycling means, what is recycling? So recycling means the solid waste, okay, like paper, plastic, metals, okay, they can be processed again, okay. They can be sold to the kabadi wala, okay, the person, or rag picker we can say, okay. We can give them and they take them to the recycling center, okay. The recycled paper, okay, can be produced, okay, paper mills from in the paper mills, okay. And the plastics, they some of the plastic can be recycled, so that can be given to the plastic companies or industries. And metals, they are also recycled, okay. They are again reprocessed, okay, so that new items could be produced, okay. And next we have is we can produce the organic waste for the preparation of the manure, okay. We can have a compost pit, we can have vermicompost pit, so that the manure can be produced from the waste. Or the waste which are harmful, they can be burned in the incinerators, okay. Nowadays the dead bodies, they are also burned in the incinerators, okay. Now next we have is the landfills, okay. Landfills are the low lying areas where the waste materials are sent or thrown, okay. When the once the low lying area it get filled with the waste, then that particular area can be converted into the park, okay, by covering that particular area, okay. So in this way the waste can be dumped in a particular area and prevent we can avoid the pollution in the entire area of the cities or the villages, okay. And one more way is the disposal of the waste, okay. We can dispose the waste in the sewage, okay. Sewage waste treatment is also very important, so, okay. The sewage which is produced, okay, that are taken to the treatment plants where the biogas is produced. Along with biogas, the manure is also produced, okay. And the water is purified and filtered water is released into the water bodies, okay. In this way we can overcome the problem of the sewage, okay, and the contamination of water bodies by the sewage, okay, waste. Now last topic that I want to discuss is the effect of men, okay, on ecosystem. So one example that I want to discuss with you is that if any one trophic label is removed from the food chain, then what will happen? So in nowadays when you see the desert, you go to the desert, there once upon a time there the lions were more in number, or carnivores were more in number, but the king in that particular areas, they used to hunt the carnivores, okay, and due to the hunting of the carnivores, the herbivores, they had no predators, their number increased, okay, unlimitedly, and they fed on the grass, such that the food available became extinct. And in scarcity of the food, the herbivores, they also extinct, they got extinct, and that particular area got converted into the desert. So the human activities, they can have very drastic effect on the ecosystem, okay. So we need to be very careful about our ecosystem, okay. And with this we complete the lesson. Thank you, children.